is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today we are going to be going over the top 10 power forwards right now in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. Now I want to start this video off by saying the power forward position isn't bad. I mean, it's a pretty deep position, I feel like, especially with some of the diamonds that we'll talk about. Heck, even a sapphire that you guys might want to think about as being a top power forward in the game. Now, before we dive any further into this video today, if you are new to the channel and have not yet, please consider smash that subscribe button. So we're on the road to 90,000 subscribers. So I mentioned that sapphire before, and to get to that sapphire, we gotta scroll and scroll and scroll. Starting off our list at number 10, you guys might want him higher, and that's fine. You guys might not want him on the list, that's fine. I'm plugging him in at number 10 is Jonathan Isaac. 6'11", 7'2" wingspan, hot spots from both corners, 31 base badges. Jonathan Isaac, the thing that's untold with his stats and badges is his height and wingspan. I mean, I don't want to compare him to Giannis, but I mean, he really is lengthy out there, has a smooth release, 84 3-ball is solid. Problem is, you can't give him sniper. Playmaker wise, I mean, he's okay, not great. Defensively, I mean, you can give him the rim, make him even better. He's going to be way better on defense than he is on offense. Offensively, should just be stand there and shoot the ball, honestly, for Jonathan Isaac. But all around, I think he's a top 10 power forward in the game. If you don't agree with that, if you want to plug in a guy like this instead, this would be my number 11. I would have Nicholas Batum at number 11. I think right now, Jonathan Isaac just gives you a little bit more than Nicholas Batum does, and that is why I have him just a little ahead of him. Coming in at number 9, we are going to plug in this guy right here in Tim Duncan. 6'11", 7'2" wingspan, 43 base badges, which is pretty solid. Not like Tim Duncan at center more than power forward, but the thing I like about Tim Duncan is he's got 9 Hall of Fame badges. 7 of them are in the defensive kind of category. Defensively, he's a top big in the game. Might even be a top 3 or 4 big in the game at that center position. 81 speed might hurt him a little bit, but just all around really good defense. 76 3-ball with the right badges and a release that is easy to green. Feels more like low 80s. Can handle the ball a little bit, not terrible. Tim Duncan's an all around big. I think this is going to be probably the best Tim Duncan card we see all year long. And he never really was that hyped. But for a card that came out a month ago, he should have been. Tim Duncan was and still is a very, very solid option. Another option that I consider a very, very solid option is this card right here in Diamond, Paul Silas, 6'7", 7'1" wingspan. Card that might not be thought of as that type of solid option anymore, but look at the defense. I mean, here's kind of what I'll say. He's a mini Draymond Green. He really is. Outside of just a little worse 3-ball, might not have as good of playmaking ability. Hall of Fame interceptor, intimidator, poker stick, tie defender, as well as a great player build, the Draymond Green release. He comes with shifty dribble style though. So I mean, what Draymond lacks, Paul Silas might give you a little bit more of. With the quick first step, he can even get handles for days. Heck, you give him handles for days, some shooting badges. Paul Silas is really good at either that small forward or power forward position, depending on where you want to play it. A guy like just a tad bit more than Paul Silas is Diamond Andrei Kirilenko. 6'9", 7-foot wingspan, hot spots from both quarters. 4 favors, 27 on gold, 6 on silver. 83 ball, 67 driving deck, 86 ball handle, 88 speed, 94 lateral quickness. The thing I like about AK is this, guys, his defense. I mean, I could go over all of his offense and everything he's going to give you. What he's going to give you is a really immaculate release and a high enough 3-ball, as well as the ability to get sniped. That's what he's going to give you. Defense, though, you give him rebound chaser, you give him box, as well as put quick first step on the card. Looking at maybe one of the top 5 or so on-ball defenders in all of 2K. AK is absolutely incredible. I like playing him at that small forward position still to this day. Card that I ran in the second 250K qualifier. Kind of going to go on a different approach here with the pink diamond Cliff Robinson here at number 6. 6'10", 7'1" wingspan. When this card first came out, I was like, okay, this card is a must-have card. Okay, 6'10", 7'1" wingspan. Again, hotspots from both corners. Look at a card defensively that might be the best defensive big in 2K. When I say that, I mean that defensively, he can do it all and has every badge you could want in the game. But on the flip side, offensively, he's not very good. When I say that, I mean that, okay? Finishing wise is okay. He can handle the ball, has fundamental dribble style. but the set shot 3 is a release that I don't know if I can get past. I simply don't know if I can get past that set shot 3 release. It is disgusting. He steps in all the time, and it's just a release that drives me nuts when I play with him on the court. I've used Cliff Robinson. I didn't mind the card, but I do think how good he is limited by that release. If we got a Cliff Robinson with, let's say, just a random jump shot 29 release, he might be the best card in the game. That's how good he would be. A guy I prefer to Cliff Robinson is this card right here in Draymond Green. 6'7", 7'1" wingspan. Again, basically Paul Silas. Draymond, what he's going to be doing a little bit better is the interior type of stuff. So interior defense might just be a little bit better. Paul Silas is a perimeter defender, is a little bit better. Draymond, shooting-wise, is going to be a little bit better. Paul Silas, playmaker-wise, is a little bit better. Really just depends. I think Draymond Green is the more complete player. That's why I have him at number 5. Draymond Green's a card I use on both current and next gen right now on my road to 250K account. A card that's super cheap, that I've had success with, and have felt no need to replace him. I mean, he has absolutely held it down against the likes of Giannis, against the likes of LeBron. Throw Draymond right in that category. He is a top 5 power forward. I have no doubt in my mind. A card that I think is, again, on that kind of same level as Draymond, it really comes down to preference, is Dolph Schayes. 6'8", 7'1" wingspan. Dolph is going to shoot the ball better than Draymond. It's just the way it is. Yeah, and when it comes down to it, he has the Hall of Fame catch, shoot, corner specialist, set shooter. I personally think maybe a little bit better of a release. Draymond's release is smooth. Dolph might be a little bit quicker. Dre's going to be a little bit better on defense, though. So, I mean, it really just depends on what you want. I've had a lot of success with Draymond recently, and so I'm running Draymond over Dolph, plus the price difference. What you got to love about Dolph Schayes is the jump shot 38 on quick. That release is really solid, and something that should not be slept on in the community is that release. Defensively, pretty solid. Not great perimeter defense, but the rest is pretty solid. Can handle the ball. Just another one of those power forwards, right? Throw him with, the likes of a Paul Silas, Draymond Green guy, undersized power forward, but or undersized center that you can play. But at the power forward position, I do think he is absolutely elite. Coming in at number 3, this one is really hard for me. It's really extremely hard, but Rudy does come in at number 3. On current gen, he might be at number 1. But the problem is I play Rudy here. Listen, hear me out. The power forward position. I play Rudy as my starting small forward. The guy we're going to see at number 1 is my starting power forward, and the guy we're going to see at number 2 is my starting center. So it's tough because all 3 of these guys are going to start for me. So really it's me ranking these cards and how good they are. And I think Rudy comes in at number 3. I love the card. I think on current gen, especially with his release, oh my goodness, it's elite. It's just tough. The top 3 is very, very tough. 9 elevators, 32 on gold, 1 on silver. Hotspots from 3 out of 5 places. 86 3-ball, 95 driving in, good playmaker, 90 speed, 90 lateral quickness. I know a lot of Hall of Fame finishing badges, defensively just going to be decent. Got the Rudy release on normal timing, which is elite. Quick dribble style, insanely good, especially if you give him handles for days. Rudy's one of those cards. I know he can't get limitless spot up, but outside of that, I'm in love with the card. He is my ideal small forward. I know a lot of people like, Ty, you want to lock at the small forward. Who needs a lock when I got Gary at the 1 and Kobe at the 2? Just let Rudy play off ball, let him play lanes, and I will be just fine. I promise you that. At number 2, I'm going to plug in Kevin Garnett. Again, the top 3 is not one I even wanted to break down because, like I said, they all start for me. 6'11", 7'2", wingspan. The one thing I don't necessarily love about KG, and it's not necessarily the worst thing, is that he only gets 43 base badges. I mean, even with the ones you apply, 43 is his max. Hotspots from both corners, 86 3-1, 90 driving dunk, decent enough ball handle, 87 speed acceleration, 84 lateral quickness. The problem with it is here, okay? You give him ball stripper, which I think is an important badge, quick first step. Then you can only give him maybe limitless sniper, hot zone hunter, corner specialist. Then you can't give him limitless takeoff, mouse in the house. There's just badges I wish I could give to KG that I can't. That's the only real complaint I have about KG is just the lack of badges. At number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 6'11", 7'4" wingspan. The more I use Giannis, the more I green with this release. It's a release that you might not think, okay, or his 3-ball is 69, that's nearly impossible to green. 70-40 3-ball if you got Monty Williams. Just like that. You give him a shoe, 77, okay, 78. Giannis based on quick slash dribble style. It's one of those releases, because you can give him every badge in the game, that if you use the card and play with him quite a bit, you're gonna get used to, and your opponent's not gonna want to leave you open. On Xbox Next Gen, I've played with him, I've gotten used to release, and I agree with him. PlayStation Next Gen, I still don't agree with him. Xbox Current Gen, it's about 50-50, but it's one of the cards that I love running at the power forward position. I do think at the primary power forward position, he's probably the card that I'd run over anybody else in the game, just because of what he gives me on the defensive end. Slash dribble style, Giannis based on quick. Not the best Giannis we're going to see. We'll probably see Giannis in another month or two that's going to be better than this one. But I've had a lot of fun using this Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think just as far as what he does in the defensive end, he is a top power forward, in the top power forward in all of NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. If you didn't see your favorite card on this list, let me know who I left off. I'm sure a lot of you guys like Larry Bird, maybe even Zion that didn't make the list. I do not like those guys. John Collins, Sean Kemp. What about Jaren Jackson Jr., Aaron Gordon, Calvin Nett? Any of those guys that you're a big fan of? Heck, even this Kevin Love new card, I probably forgot about and should have put on this list, undoubtedly. But the 72 lateral quickness, it's like, is Kevin Love even better than Tim Duncan? I don't know if I can answer that question. So that's my list, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.